Once upon a time, on a distant continent called Felinaria, cats didn't just say meow. They walked on two legs, wore splendid cloaks, donned wizard hats, and even practiced magic, building mighty empires. On the western side of this continent was the mighty empire of Meowtonia, a wealthy kingdom known for its gleaming gold coins called Aureus cats. But listen closely. Far, far out in the ocean, at the very edge of northern Felinaria, there was an island whose name alone sent shivers down a cat's spine. That was Ende Island. This island was perpetually covered in eternal ice and snow, teeming with terrifying monsters and ancient curses. According to the legends, Ende Island was guarded by the eternal enemies of cats, like the vicious, malevolent, three-headed dogs growling day and night, the cruel giant frogs spewing forth bone-chilling frost, and other nameless creatures, each bearing resentment from forgotten ages. Ende Island, for as long as anyone could remember, existed only in legend. No one had ever dared to go, and no one had ever come back. Back in Meowtonia, life was incredibly prosperous. Trade guilds flourished everywhere with bustling markets full of buyers and sellers. Goods were abundant and diverse, from savory dried fish cakes, fine wines, embroidered fabrics, and much more. Currencies from various kingdoms changed paws constantly. Meowtonia's Aureus coins, bloom coins, and silver ingots. But among all these goods, one particular item stood out. It was highly sought after by every cat and fetched an incredibly high price. Do you know what it was? It was land ownership on Ende Island.
Ende Island? Isn't that just a legendary island full of monsters? No one can even get there, can they?
Exactly. It sounds strange, but there was indeed a mysterious wizard named Satoshi who reportedly appeared after a journey to that very island. No one actually saw him with their own eyes. It was just whispers among the trade guilds, half truth, half myth, like mist on a cold sea. And the peculiar thing was, the commodity being traded wasn't the land itself, but the right to own that land, recorded in a magical book.
But why would anyone want to buy these elusive ownership rights?
Join me as we journey back 15 years to the darkest period of the Meowtonian kingdom. In the year 808 of the Meowtonian calendar, the kingdom faced a severe crisis. King Clarence III, a greedy king, indulged in lavish parties, ordered golden statues of himself, and spent money like water. To mint even more gold coins, he issued a crazy decree. He reduced the amount of gold in each Aureus coin, but brazenly declared it to have the same value as before. What was the result? Aureus coins flooded the market, plummeting in value, and the cat citizens lost all faith in the king's currency. Meanwhile, the nobles seized the opportunity to raise taxes exorbitantly, confiscate lands, and take the produce from the cat citizens. Life for the common cats reached rock bottom. From Aureus coins to tiny homes, to small fields, potatoes, or dried fish, all property rights were subject to laws set by a group of tyrannical, greedy, and corrupt cats. No one could escape. Nothing was truly their own. Amidst this chaos, one autumn afternoon in November, a mysterious old cat appeared in a small village near the kingdom's capital. I am Wizard Satoshi. I haven't come to beg for anything, nor have I brought any healing potions. Instead, I bring you a magic, so that you can write your own rules for the game. Satoshi raises a magical scroll. King Clarence just minted another 100 million Aureus coins. He is the law. He turns black into white. He drains every drop of your sweat and blood. But you no longer need to play by his rules. This is Ende Bitcoin, the magic of trust. No one controls it, no one can change it. With this magic, you will have a place to keep your assets that no one can touch, and you will have the right to own lands in a place no king can claim. That is Ende Island. Satoshi touches his staff to the ground. The earth rumbles gently, cracking open to reveal a shimmering blue pool, reflecting a distant place. Vast rice fields, abundant potatoes, sunlight breaking through melting ice. I was the first to set foot on Ende Island. I planted my flag there, declaring its freedom. Now I share that land with you. not by sword and shield, but in a fairer way. A portion for each, recorded transparently in this magic. He reaches into the pool and pulls out a glowing book of light. Whosever name is written in here shall own a piece of land on the island. That name shall remain forever, unerasable, unchangeable, unstealable, whether by king or demon. The villagers crowd around, eyes wide with skepticism and curiosity.
Huh? Where's the land? We only see it through this mirror? Own land but can't hold it? Can't build on it? Can't grow anything? What kind of ownership is that? What a joke.
Satoshi says nothing, turns, and walks away in silence. So what exactly is this magic of Ende? Or rather, Bitcoin. The Bitcoin system can be understood as a grand game with strict rules, and Bitcoin itself is the currency within that game. The purpose of these rules is to ensure that the process of recording ownership of in-game currency is transparent and fair. Returning to our story, owning Ende isn't just about holding land on Ende Island. It's about holding the magic that records ownership with rules that no one can interfere with or forge. That piece of land might seem elusive, half real and half imagined, but your name is recorded permanently in the Book of Light, and no one, not even kings or powerful wizards, can erase it or take it away. No matter where you are on the continent of Felaneria, you retain that ownership as an undeniable declaration. But could it really be that simple? What if King Clarence and his nobles realize their power is slipping away? Will they ban Ende magic or hunt down the wizards guarding the Book of Light? But this is just the beginning of our journey. And here is a little guide to help you remember the key terms from our story.